Welcome back. If you are on this live stream or watching this recording later, congratulations. You found yourself in the right place. ChartAddicts live market streams going to cover financial news, political news, and obviously we're going to be doing some live trading today. We're waiting for something very specific. I'm here on the Zoom call with the ChartAddicts VIP members. Right now, waiting for some responses here. Brian Watts says whipsaw. Guy, if somebody don't give me the answer to this test, also, ladies and gentlemen, before we even get started on the entire live stream, some quick emergency announcements. President Trump has announced this morning that the link to the Friday webinar is actually in the description, so make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. Also, if Zen wants to sponsor this channel, I don't oppose, right? Financial products that we trade, these complex financial instruments, futures, and CFDs, it's for adults. You guys know what else is for adults? Zen. All right, so
that was good. I'm gonna clip that for sure and send that over to him. Get that sponsorship.
Hashtag send the check. And instead of the check, just go ahead and send a box of Zins to the fucking crib.
Yeah. Send them Zimbabwe's over here, bro.
Get me some fucking Zimbabwe's, right? Fucking
good old mouth pillows.
Yes, sir. Fucking Winston Churchill. Fucking let's get it going.
Yeah, they're crazy. I do not approve.
You ain't zenning and sending on me? That's fair.
Whoa. All right. We're doing at least two of those. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ChartAddicts live streams. If you found yourself here, congratulations. All right. You're in the right place. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Let's cover some market news. On the political side, it's the usual BS. All right. Actually, I was watching Dave Smith yesterday. He actually broke this down really well. There's always a thing happening that's like a pretty big story. And then there will be some distracting news inside of it that is way more salacious. And that ends up propagating the social sphere of conversation. Okay, so what's really happening right now is we bombed the shit out of the Houthis in Yemen, which is this paramilitary group that is... God, man, I'm going to get in so much trouble for this. Like, they're designated as a terror group. Let's keep it simple. And then there's a group chat. There's a Signal group chat, which, by the way, I have screenshots of right here. Let's actually take a look at. Hold up. Let's take a look at the group chat that gets started here by our intelligence officials. Okay, so this is a Signal group chat called the Houthi PC Small Group with 19 members in it, including the heads of the NSA, the heads of the CIA, okay, the heads of, what's the new department that Tulsi Gabbard's in charge of? Not the NSA, but the Central Intelligence or the National Intelligence Agency, the NIA. You have Mike Waltz, who I'm pretty sure is the head, is like the secretary of something, right? We have the vice president of the United States, J.D. Vance, in here. We have the head of the Department of Defense, Pete Hegseth. We have the NSC and the DNI in here. The Department of National Intelligence, that's what it's called, the DNI. We have the Department of State in here. And then all of a sudden, this guy, Mike Waltz, adds the chief editor of The Atlantic. The Atlantic is some bum newspaper. It's actually a pretty big national newspaper, but completely anti-Trump newspaper. They've propagated about every lie that's come out over the past 4 or 5 years. Horrible newspaper for sure. And this editor, Jeffrey Goldberg, was one of the worst in terms of writing anti-Trump pieces and really kind of smearing Trump. Jeffrey Goldberg gets added to this group chat randomly while they're talking about bombing the Houthis. And then this leaks, right? And then the plans leak, and then now there's a giant discussion about whether or not there is national security implications in this and whether there was classified information in the Signals group chat that got hacked or leaked or whatever. People, what's the chances that you add your number one op, like your big op, into a group chat to leak all this information? Like, what's the chances that's an accident? Does anyone believe that's an accident? You guys want to hear this guy's response, Mike Waltz's response, when they asked him how this happened? Let's actually go through and look at that real quick while this trade loads up. We just talked about this not too long ago. We're looking for this sell, this retest. Okay, so we got a little bit of time to wait. So let's go through and look at this. So there's that salacious news, which is a group chat got leaked. How did this guy, Jeff Goldberg, end up in the group chat? Now, the reason I think it's a distraction is because the real questions no one's asking. Really important stuff. Why the fuck are we bombing the Houthis? Why are we bombing Yemen? Have those people not been through enough? Right? Is it in our national interest? Is it because of the shipping ports and the shipping lanes? Still haven't really got an explanation on that. All we know is they keep calling it a successful strike. The hell is a successful strike? Guys, when someone says the bombing was successful, what does that fucking mean? Are the targets eliminated? Are the Houthis no longer a threat? Pretty sure they still are. Have we eliminated any strategic resource of theirs? Nope, all still functional. Telecommunications still functional. Energy lines and pipelines still functional. I think it was a successful bomb. We dropped the big metal thing and it went kaboom. It was successful. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? The questions got to get asked. So let's look at Mike Waltz's response here. Not to be confused with that Nimrod fucking Tim Waltz who tried to run for VP. God have mercy. Laura Ingram. See, they already know. Let's see his goofy ass explanation for this. Yo, please tell me this is the clip. You get the speaker.
On the way here, we've got the best technical minds looking at how this happened. But I can tell you for 100%, I don't know this guy. I know him by his horrible reputation, and he really is the bottom scum of journalists.
He's the bottom scum of journalists. Now, how does this guy's number end up in your phone? Yo, you guys know I kind of went through and I talked about who Scott Bessent was, the new Treasury Secretary, and how he was Soros's number 3. You guys know who Mike Waltz used to work for? George W. Bush and Dick Cheney. Yeah, maybe Trump ought to do some rearranging. Maybe how does that guy's number? All right, let's keep going with this.
And I know him in the sense that he hates the president, but I don't text him. He wasn't on my phone. Look, I take full responsibility. I built the group to. My job is to make sure everything's coordinated.
But how did the number? I mean, I don't mean to be pedantic here, but how did the number?
Have you ever had a?
First off, Laura Ingram does a great job here, where she does the follow up, and then she just basically runs cover for him the rest of the time.
Have you ever had somebody's contact that shows their name and then you have somebody else's number there?
Make those mistakes.
Right? You got somebody else's number on someone else's contact. So of course I did.
Hold on. So let's time out right here. All right. What the fuck did he just say? Have you guys know that thing where you have somebody else's contact name and then somehow somebody else's number gets under that contact? You guys know that when that happens to you all the time? That's never fucking happened. Bryce, does that ever happen to you? I might have typed in the wrong phone number. Right? I might have 2 people named George in my phone. I might text the wrong George.
I've never made that big of a mistake, bro.
Somebody's number magically jump into somebody else's contact.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that even mean? Hold on. Let me rewind this, bro. I might be tripping.
Number there.
Make those mistakes.
Right? You got somebody else's number on someone else's contact. So of course I didn't see this loser in the group.
Of course I didn't see this loser. I don't even know who this guy is. Bro, you fucking added him. to a national security group chat talking about bombing another country, talking about military operations. And you're telling me the guy that you just happened to add is like the #1 guy that writes against Trump and is like dying to leak this info? Guys, there's something, it's just me. Something about this is just not adding up. Something about this is not adding up. Okay. Well, let's get on the charts here. That was pretty interesting. I do have one more just complete bombshell to drop on you guys in a second. It's going to make you guys very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. But if you have the stomach for it, you're going to learn something. All right? I'm going to have to show you guys one clip. It's going to blow your mind, but it's going to put a lot of things into perspective. Let's go through the charts here first. Make sure we're all on the same page. I'm looking at this on the smaller time frames. We have a range. We broke into the downside of the range. ChartAddicts members, what's the direction of the fake out? Was it bearish or was it bullish? Direction of the first fake out. That's right. It was bearish. Boom. What's the next step? Maybe a little retest. Break above the range. Right? I'm even looking at this high right here and wondering if we could just retest this. But if it's between two zones, typically I like to aim for the higher one just because usually we'll enter here, then it'll dip a little bit higher and then we'll go. So I'm going to aim for the higher of the two zones. That's going to be kind of where I'm going with this. So I kind of want to see this. Right? Hopefully we get this retest. The market doesn't just drop all the way through, but hey, it could. The Model 1 entry on the sell side would be like right here for the shorts. And then sell number 2 would be right up here. Okay? Pretty simple stuff. I'm going to show you guys something that's going to blow your mind. All right? I'm going to have to pause the share on this. It's going to make you guys a little uncomfortable. It's going to make you guys a little bit uncomfortable. But if I had to see this, so do you. Somebody tell me who the fuck I'm looking at right now. Who is this? Wearing high heels. Hold on. Wearing high heels. Roy, why are you showing us this? Give me a second. I promise it's going somewhere. Who is that? People, who am I looking at right here?
I was gonna say something, but I'll keep it.
$300 billion, Bryce.
Yeah, bro.
Yo, go back to your fucking tax statements, man. Go figure out how much you paid in taxes last year.
I don't want to.
This is where it was going. You're telling me we almost got plunged into World War III, right? Bryce.
Man.
World War III, bro.
Yeah.
This is Zelensky. This is President Zelensky. Are you saying something? Are you saying something negative about our President Zelensky?
Yeah, a lot.
Are you a Putin sympathizer? Are you running cover for Putin? Are you a stooge, bro? Are you a fucking bro? You're a what is it called? The something idiot. The useful idiot. That's the only explanations, bro. You want Soviet communism? You have a problem with this? Bro, they brought this stooge up to become the president. If you guys still believe in politics. They brought Trudeau over there in Canada. They got Macron over there in France. They got Zelensky over here. This is who they're putting in. This guy was out here. This guy was out here in latex and high heels. And now damn near 1 million people have died on both sides of the conflict in Ukraine and Russia. All right, that's enough of this nonsense. Sorry, people. If I had to see it, you had to see it too. That was Zelensky. This is the guy that tried to walk in the Oval Office and tried to interrupt our President Trump. Talking about some Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President. Got thrown out the Oval. All right, so the summary of that is there's a lot going on in the world. Most of these people are complete stooges and they're complete plants. And if they brought this drama teacher up, this guy was playing a comedian. He was a comedian playing on a TV show where he was a teacher that became the president of a country, of Ukraine. And then in real life, they got this stooge, the same stooge who was playing a president on the TV show to then play president of the country while they destroy all of its infrastructure and then basically capture the mineral rights in that country. All while spiting Putin to basically create a disparity between the energy trade between Russia and the rest of Europe. Now millions of people are dead on both sides of the conflict, almost plunged the world into World War III. This guy's out here dancing in latex and high heels. All right, well, in other news, let's check Forex Factory, see what we got going on here. That's real, bro. I'm going to keep digging into these people and figuring out who they are. Because they're out here trying to plunge the world into wars. They're trying to increase taxes. They're trying to start this tariff battle, which goes into effect April 2nd, which might have disastrous consequences for the world. Meanwhile, this guy's out here doing a fucking drag show. Hey, no judgment, but it's our tax money. Okay, final GDP actually came out slightly higher than expected. This is pretty good news, especially with the negative news coming out of some of the other Feds, like the Atlanta Fed and the St. Louis Fed, kind of had revised down their GDP expectations. They were expecting a pretty low number to come out as the final revision, and that's not what happened. Not that I trust the GDP numbers, because let's be real. I think this is from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Nope, the BEA. The Bureau of Economic Analysis, a government-funded agency for government data, which nobody really trusts. But this is the best we got. So 2.4%, good news. This is positive for the stock market. In the short term, we're probably going to have a dip down. And then medium to long term, I see a big recovery. So are we done with this bearish sell-off? I don't think so. I think we still have one more leg down. One more leg down, and then we continue up. Does that make sense? Put a 1 in the chat if we're on the same page about that. That's how we're doing it. Hey, I'm seeing the channel for the first time. Can you tell something like how you trade and what's the motive of the live stream? Rage the Pro, welcome to the ChartAddicts live streams. The purpose on here is to make trading entertaining. Okay, everybody's going to be staring at the charts by themselves, second guessing whether it is bearish or whether it is bullish. And because we have a pretty clearly defined strategy, my job is to get on here, sometimes live trade, sometimes just watch the markets, because not every day is a trading day. We'll also go over financial news, we'll go over political news, and just any of the topics of the day. And of course, I'm fucking hilarious. So you're going to get some profanity. If you have an issue with that, grow up. And then we're going to be talking about just pure comedy, comedic genius, and gold. And so that's what you get on these live streams. Welcome. If this is your first time, welcome back. If it's not your first time, you found yourself in the right place. Biggie Smalls has just hopped on. Why is there gay boys on the screen? Biggie Smalls, I said give me a second and I'll explain, bro. You think I'm just going to sit there and put the dude dancing on latex and high heels with no context? I've been gone for a little bit. I haven't been gone that long. Okay? So give me the benefit of the doubt here. 350 live streams later, get a little fucking, give me the benefit of the doubt. I think we'll be good. All right, so GDP numbers came out positive. Unemployment claims weekly, exactly as expected. And then pending home sales. Looks like there's some sales here on the market. But pending home sales doesn't really matter. This is like contracts that are open but they're still waiting for the transactions to close. Home sales is the actual metric that we really want to watch. All right, JLP, Carlos, Walter, Todd, everybody gets it. We're good. Christine is on here. We get it. Okay. What else we got in terms of news of the day? Yeah, we bombed the shit out the Houthis. Negotiations and talks are in with Iran. We have proxies kind of working on both sides, delegations on both sides. Russia's got a lot of leverage in this negotiation, and they're kind of pulling the terms. It kind of looks like Russia's going to walk away with the majority of the real estate that they had tried to capture, the Donbass, Ludansk, Donetsk, those kind of main regions. And this is an issue for the US because God, how do I explain this in a simple way? This war was not about Russia trying to invade Europe and trying to take more territory to bring back the Soviet Union. This was about Donetsk, the Donbass region, Ludansk, and these Russian-speaking areas on the border between Ukraine and Russia. And the story that Putin was telling is that these are Russian speaking. When they did a referendum and asked if they wanted to be part of Russia or Ukraine, they chose Russia. And so they're like, well, we're just trying to bring these people, they've been persecuted and they've been treated wrongly because they're Russian speaking. And so we're trying to bring them back into mainland Russia. The truth is, all the minerals and the LNG, the liquefied natural gas deposits that America is now going to contract our American companies to go over and extract, to do business over there as part of the security agreement. All the minerals are in those 4 regions that I just mentioned on the borders. Not all of it, but a majority of them. And so this kind of goes into the question of what was this war really about? Was it about those mineral deposits? Was it about trying to keep Russia from gaining access to even more energy that they can then export to Europe? Because I don't know if you guys know this, because of the Nord Stream pipeline and because of the stupid deals that Biden had signed and that Europe had signed, the majority of Europe's energy was coming from Russia during the war. And so as the price of oil escalated, Europe was paying Putin more money, increasing the GDP of Russia, basically financing the other side of the war. Europe was financing their opposition the entire time, up until Nord Stream 2 got bombed. And so now this kind of proposition is that America will step in, the contractors will extract the liquefied natural gas, export that over to Europe, and then actually be able to decouple European dependence on Russian energy. So you guys tell me, man, with all the corruption that's going on, with all the money laundering that's happened in that country, with all the money that went to these third-party contractors, consulting firms, and what are they called? Paramilitary contractors, all these PMCs, between all the money that's been sloshing around to the oligarchs and Zelensky is rocking Versace and all this stuff. Do we still think this is about defending the sovereignty of a democratically elected country? I don't know. The more you look into that story, the less and less it's believable. And they really tried to play this off for like 3, 4 years. Right? First, they fed the Russia nonsense in 2016, and then they just kind of kept the whole Russia as the enemy thing going because they're not really an enemy. We kind of have an agreement with them over what we know what Putin's going to do. He knows what we're going to do, and we kind of have this agreement. We're not talking like that about Iran and China, real adversaries who could actually do us damage because they're unpredictable. We don't actually want the smoke. Democratically elected my ass. I think it was 2015 or 2014. Maybe it was even like before that, 2012. The democratically elected leader of Ukraine, Yanukovych, was unpopular in the country. There was demonstrations on the streets that were then supported by the US. I think it was Victoria Nuland and Obama's administration. And they basically ousted the democratically elected leader of Ukraine. And then put in one by one their own cabinet picks. And then somehow magically they actually got all of their picks put into the government. So even the current government of Ukraine is not even democratically elected. And then Zelensky gets, technically, it was a fair election, one of the first in the country. And then the wartime, what was it called? The wartime provision. The same reason that Netanyahu's still in office is that it's past their term. But in a time of war, you can't have elections. It's part of their constitution. So could they be keeping this war going in order to avoid this vote that's going to come after the war ends, Netanyahu and Zelensky both. They'll both be up on the chopping block as soon as this thing ends. And so they have an incentive to prolong this conflict, to decline any of the negotiations, to decline the peace deals, and to kind of make the process as arduous as possible. Could that be a reason why these wars are still going on 2 years later? I don't know, people. I'm just a guy on a screen with a dope background that you should pay attention to. What do I know? Anybody have questions about this stuff? This is pretty weird stuff, but people died. Men died. Women, children died. All for a sham. We're just expected to sit here and just accept all of this. Market needs to talk and show a nice rejection and continuation break. 10Q, man. Kip Trade says, yo, Roy, what's up? Missed you, man. Kip Trades, I missed you too. And it's good to be back on these streams. All right. And don't everybody just feel comfortable. Just say whatever you want in the chats. You know, there's no such thing as a stupid question. Okay.
Who knows? You might ask a stupid question and get cooked and want to join up, you know?
Or a stupid comment.
Not wrong.
Right? I got fucking ad libs over here. But it's boredom, Bryce. It's boredom. All right. Maybe I need therapy. Who knows? But maybe I might need some counseling for this. It's Tourette's. It's Tourette's. I can't even control most of the time. It just happens. All right, let's get some questions going. Whoever asks some good, solid questions might get a free seat to the masterclass to learn how to trade this strategy in depth. If you guys do want to learn how to trade this strategy in depth, click the link in the description. Check out the masterclass. You also get a free month in our VIP group chat to come hang out with the boys and girls. But this thing might not give us that deeper rejection. We might just hit sort of double top and drop from here. I might take the scalp, man. I might take the scalp on the smaller time frames.
Yeah, low-key, I was waiting for that retest of the 88.6 on the Asia highs.
Yeah, this will actually be the Model 1 might just be quick and easy.
Yeah. It just keeps rejection right off to the 60. Or sorry, I'm off to the 78.6.
I love that 78, the 786 fake out where it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
same.
I'm rejecting. See, beautiful. That 7-8. This is where like a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna miss the trade, and then they'll start to short here. Then all of a sudden you get this little inverted head and shoulders. It pushes up to the real sell zone, maybe a little bit higher to the double top, and we get a real drop from here. So this is the scalp right here. Scalp 1. Doesn't get much easier than that, does it? All right. Can somebody take over for like 5-ish minutes? Bryce, O, Jacob, anybody.
Yo, what's up, Roy? Sorry.
Could somebody just take over for like 4 or 5 minutes?
Yeah, 100%. Well, I'm not on my computer. I'm on my phone on the Zoom. Let me log into my computer.
You're good. I can keep this chart open, but just keep an eye on the class. Make sure
Yeah.
keep the riffraff in. All right.
Yes, sir. Oh, did you get fired from doing the live streams from buying all those tops?
I'm going to save you some time. The answer is yes.
Yo, is Jacob on this call? Jacob, are you on here, bro? No, I don't see him.
Yeah, he's on here.
Oh, there he is. There he is. What's good, my dude? I see you posting those workout videos, bro. Getting jacked and shredded at the same time.
Yes, sir. I'm down like 15, 20 pounds right now.
Yeesh.
You ever watched that much?
Yeah, since what, November.
Damn, bro. On
Yeah.
purpose?
Well, the beginning, yeah, I was trying to shred, but then the weight just started falling off, and now I'm like sitting at like 165.
Yeah, yeah. No, you look a lot more like slim for sure.
Yeah, but I want to hold this weight. I don't want to
Yeah.
be losing more.
Yeah. I get it. Get it. You can cut in season now, my guy.
Cutting season.
Yes, sir. The abs are back.
Yes, trying to keep them. That's the hardest part.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Cravings, man. Cravings are bad.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
a
gonna be honest.
disciplined man, though. You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Might blow away in the wind. Damn, that's like rubbing.
That's messed up. I'm gonna be honest. I'm down like 15 since the start of the month.
Well, yeah, you did your whole Ramadan and everything, so I mean, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense.
Abs are back though.
Yeah, I see you getting those bag workouts in too, bro.
Got to, man. Got to. You like the form? Any tips? Any tips from Bryce?
No, dude, just don't quit. That's
Cool.
that's the secret to everything in life. Just don't quit.
For
You'll
sure.
get there.
I'm thinking of investing in some headgear for sparring. Hope I'm not a bitch.
Don't do that. Don't get headgear. Headgear makes it worse.
Really? How so?
Yeah. Headgear makes you headgear basically like you can't see first of all, right? And it allows you to take like harder punches. It's a pain in the ass more than anything, bro. I don't think it's worth it personally.
Gotcha.
Don't do the headgear. You'll be just fine without it. I promise you. Plus, you need to get used to feeling how it gets to get punched in the face. You know.
No, 100%, brother. I'm looking forward to it. Looking to get concussed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, know the people you're sparring with, and make sure that they're, know what level you're at and everything. Most people are really cool about it.
No, I definitely have to test that first one.
For sure.
I think I got hit the first time. I'm like, all right, this is how we moving?
Have you sparred yet?
I've done 2 sparrings so far.
There you go. I like it, dude. I'm sure all the guys were pretty cool too.
Oh yeah, man. It's
Everyone remembers their first day sparring, bro.
sure.
Oh,
It's,
okay.
it's mainly boxing sparring.
Do what?
It's mainly boxing though. I'm trying to do more kickboxing.
Yeah. I get it.
Oh, we actually hit the zone perfectly. Wow. Who would have thunk it? Said 165 might blow away in the wind. Yo, who we talking about, bro?
Roman cooking
He's
right
talking about Jacob, bro.
now.
Jacob, they're talking about you?
Oh, disrespect.
Bro, that's crazy disrespect, bro. Rome, I might throw you on Jacob's back and fly you out to I have him fly you out to the gulags himself, bro. I'm gonna have him fucking put you on the wings, man.
When I got down to
walked in, I saw
175
Jacob-
T, one of my buddies cut me up like that too. I was like, fuck. I was like, I gotta gain like 5-10 pounds again.
Roman, I walked in and I don't know what metric system you guys use up there. All right. So, but listen to this. I walk in, I see Jacob fucking overhead. He's seated shoulder pressing, overhead pressing like 195 pounds. The kid's like, Jacob, how tall are you, bro? Like, this is it was a feat of human performance, but it's a specimen. 190,
195 overpress. That's pretty good actually.
bro, it's fucking insane. I walked in, I was like, bro, what the fuck is happening here? I thought, bro, before and after, Jacob's like it looks like Captain America before they threw him in the fucking hyperbolic machine, the time chamber. Y'all gotta put some respect on him. So you gotta
Wait,
talk about Omi for a second.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm at 160, 167 right now, man.
Bro, keep the windows closed is all I'm gonna say.
180 to 167.
Oh shit. Does anybody else here train MMA, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, any of these things? Nope. Yes. You said the market is closed, right, guys? Is the market closed? But it's better not be a national holiday, but it doesn't look closed to me. Hold on.
Filled.
I'm gonna pause the share. Yeah, I heard that.
Yep.
Yup.
Yes, indeed, you did hear that.
People, this is actually not a live stream today. This is actually an intervention that we're having for O.
We're just gathering everyone here.
Yes, bro. Damn, I wish Jensen was here. I was gonna include him in this roast. I was gonna say, bro, I went through the microscope and I just kept zooming in 25x, 50x, 150x. I zoomed into the 1 minute chart and I was like, holy shit, that's Jensen. And I looked next to Jensen and it was O, and they were just passing it back and forth.
Yo.
I said, hold on. I know that face.
Yo.
But I saw him just hanging there. His feet were swinging back and forth and shit, just chilling on the 1 minute chart. I was like, no, we gotta put an end to this. I went like this. You know the UFC ref? When he just says, "Just no, it's done. It's done. He's done." You're gonna have to cut him off, bro. Like one of those competitive eaters at a fucking all-you-can-eat buffet. It stops here. All right. Everybody say, "Omi, it'll be okay" in the chats. All right. But we'll all make it through this together in the chats. He said, "Hi, my name is Owen. I'm an addict." Hi, right? You have to do the whole thing. He said, "Hi, He said, "My name is Omer, and I'm a Nas addict." He said, "Did you guys see that 1 minute trade, bro? Just rejected the 88.6 on the 32nd chart." I said, hold on, what? I said, what did he say?
I know, where's T at?
Yo, is he on the chopping block too? Oh no, he's the enabler.
Yeah, it all starts with T, bro. It all
Bro,
goes back to him.
yeah, I was like, oh, poor T is getting lulled into this by O. O is out here being a bad influence. Little did I know. Little did I know, bro. It was him the whole time. Bro, I'll never forget this. I'm actually gonna tell you guys a funny story. Omi, can I tell him the story with the I-8?
Yeah.
I'll keep it PG. I'll keep it PG.
Gotta tell the truth though.
We're in Miami. This has got to be like this is like peak COVID. We're not supposed to be traveling, but we traveled anyways. All right. I didn't have a fake vaccine card. That's not part of the story at all. All right. What actually happened was we had rented out this I-8, this BMW thing, right? The doors went up. We were kids. We went down to put the non-refundable deposit on the venue for the first FX Summit. And we're down there, right? I got Paul is on there. Paul is part of the story too. So I hope he hears this. And so we put the non-refundable deposit. We have a great night. I'm like, look, actually, no, this is the day before. We're about to go and tour the venue and have the whole thing of a thing. And so I'm like, yeah, you guys want to go out, do your thing. I'm actually gonna stay back in the hotel, get a good night's rest. They're like, yeah, we're just gonna go for a quick spin around the city. But Bloods were out till 4 a.m. The birds were chirping by the time they came back. Okay. Wake up the next morning. I'm like, bro, what happened? You're supposed to wake up early, refreshed, and do the thing. What happened? Right? Paul is up there. He wakes up first because whoever wakes up first gets to tell the story. Whoever tells the story first writes history. And he's like, bro, Omi, Omi grabbed me and he threw me in the car and he said, "We're going." And he was driving around like Paul was making it sound like Omi was a degenerate. He said he was driving around the city with the I-8 doors up, right? There was girls flocking to ask him if he was a celebrity and whatnot. He said, Psh, ugh, right? Pushed him away. I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh, wakes up, he comes down. This is like 6:45 a.m., right? Crack of dawn. Probably 2.5 hours of sleep for all of them. I sit there, I ask, I'm like, oh, what happened, bro? Paul said that you orchestrated this whole thing. That he said, no, we should go home and sleep early. But you wanted to stay out, drive around the city with the doors up. Then I see the videos. And it's Paul in the driver's seat talking about some bro, fuck that. We're staying up all night. And Omi is like, bro, I think we should go home. I think we should go home. And then Paul's like, no, losers, get in. And so it was a fabrication. So this is a lesson to everybody listening at home is that just because they put the news out first doesn't mean they're right. Okay? Omi, I was sticking up for you now. I understood now in hindsight that I was wrong to judge. I saw the footage. All right? Now to bring this all back home, this is not that. This is you on the 1 minute chart. You're Paul in the situation. And T is you. And you told that you opened the car doors and you told T to get in.
I gotta accept allegations, brother.
Bro, I'm accepting some drawdown right now. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm experiencing some drawdown, but I'm confident in the system. The stop loss is set at the right place for right reasons. And so I'm gonna have to hold. If I get a wick below this high, I might enter another position right here. Right at the highs. If I get a good risk and reward, that way when price dips back below my original entry, I can close out that original position and just hold that top one. So let's see if we get this rejection or not. If not, then the original trade was from this high to this low. And that's damn near 100 points away. So let's see how this, let's see if we get this rejection or not. Patience pays. Let's see what else we got. Gary, what you laughing at in this chat? There was a lot to laugh at, for sure. Guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to drop a like, right? It takes 2 seconds. You hit that little thumbs up button, just click it. You just click it, and then you hit the thumbs up. Then YouTube is going to send out this live stream to more people who deserve to see it. All right. I'm going to do something very risky. I'm actually going to go in. I'm going to pause the screen share here. And I'm going to enter another trade right at this like 980 rejection, this the Asian session highs right here. I'm going to take another sell there. That way when price dips back below the 88.6, then I'll be able to get a much better entry. All right. These are the streams are just funny. Yes, they are. So the second entry was right there. And let me see if I can do this. Oh man. I have my stop set just under that 117 fib. So it's like it's basically sitting about one candle length above the zone. So it's probably, let me actually do some quick math. It'll be there.
Stop field.
Ooh, that's not good. A flesh wound. Still have one entry open. The stop, I had my stop loss a little bit too tight for the original position. The second position is still open. That was a little bit of a whoopsie. It's all good though. See, we got this rejection back down, back inside the range. About 30 seconds left in this candle. Still plenty of time for it to drop back inside the range. Expecting something like this for the next candle. Okay, other than that, I don't think I've ever seen this on a girl stream, this kind of humor. And male behavior. I don't think I've ever seen this. Bro, on a yo. It's because I mean it's not just the gender thing, it's also because like we're friends. It's like so we can joke around with each other. This is the thing that a lot of women don't understand about men, right? Is that men show affection by talking shit to each other. This is how we show affection, right? This is where I'll talk shit about and to my boys straight to their face, but then show nothing but love behind their back. Now, women, on the other hand, talking about some, wish I was you, gorgeous, most beautiful, put the phone down, hate that bitch. Hey, this is why these streams are lit, because you're getting to see the behind the scenes. Yeah, I'm sitting in some drawdown right now. All right, this is the face that you're observing. All right, sitting in this drawdown. Actually, wait, no, slightly, it's teetering back and forth between drawdown and not. Already mentally preparing myself for the second trade. But I have faith in the system. I got faith. All right. So I'm gonna hold this through. If it violates, then it violates. It's just it's the way it is. Now I'm looking at this neckline right here. That's no fun. That would mean that my stop loss is sitting right where the 88.6 is of that zone. So I might have to move my stop losses back up to the 1.17. Just to make sure. Give this thing a second here.
Order filled. Order filled.
Quickness. All right. Another one in the bag. Is anyone in the sell trade? If so, what are your entries and on what platform? Since when do you take sells? I thought you only bought NAS. But what are you new around here, bro? What are you look at the background. It goes up and then it doesn't. And then it goes down. Right? Those are the options. And so it already went up. It already went up. And then it started playing around our entry. And then it's going to go down. Both sides. And we have a nice sell off back into the range. Price should be under all the entries. And so regardless of where your entry was, probably in profits. Unless you entered at the 88.6, that's the only trade you took. 157 on Trade-Evate. Let's go. He says we in there like swimwear. JLP, relax. This is a children's program. Okay. Clearly, if you look at the comment section over here, it's like fucking daycare. Okay. He said just grab 50 points on US 30 sells. I'm done for the day. Y'all have a good one. Right back at you. And if you roast Jacob Again, I'm gonna set up this fucking MMA fight, and I'm gonna tell you right now, that boy's got a base.
What
Okay.
happened again?
All right. Good. Nice. Apologize to Jacob, not to me. All right, because he's the one I'm scared of. You should be scared of because I'm scared of him, so I'm gonna scare you. Okay.
I'm off to the gym.
Yeah, you're gonna be at the gym. You'll be like, "Hey, you mind
I'm gonna
handing
go
me
punch
that?" You're
the
gonna look
bag.
up. It's gonna be
I'm
me.
gonna start punching the bag now.
Yeah, brother, you're gonna look behind the bag. You're gonna be see somebody doing curls. It's me staring at you, just pointing at you. You'd be like, "Motherfucker!" You're gonna be in you're gonna be in the what's it called? In the warm up area. You'd be like, "Hey, you mind handing me that resistance band?" I turn around. I just say, "Sure." And me just handing it to you. You're in the fucking drive-through, getting your mocha latte, like I know you love, right? You open that window. I'll say, have a Starbucks McTastic day. And just hand you your thing. It's fucking me. All right,
Oh fuck.
I'll be there.
You guys have a good day. I'm
All
out.
right, back at you, bro. I'll catch you
Bye.
later. Oh man. Oof. Gets tough, man. It gets tough. The 88.6 is sitting right there. I want to see this.
I don't want to say it, but it looked like it hit the 88 off the one.
It just did.
Yeah. Give that reaction right back up.
Wait for it. I want to see this rejection here. Create a bottom back inside the range. Pop up and hit this sell. Pop all the way down, and then we hit this buy right here. I didn't even put the main course out here talking about appetizers. Ooh, nasty. Nasty. Oh, brutal. Shit, I might enter again, bro.
Wicked.
Order filled.
Small stop loss. That trade is 88.6. Stops right above the wick. Previous high. Oh, TP. 3.5 to 1. Now that one's more attractive.
I secured off that sell though. I appreciate you.
Same. It's it's those little moves, man. It's those little moves. And that drawdown was vicious though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I ended up re-entering as soon as it came down to that 88 off the one. I ended up closing at the 88.
Let's go.
It looked like it reacted right back up from it though.
Yeah. I mean that little break and retest, the reason that I'm really kind of looking at the shorts is because the break and retest trade is right here.
Yeah.
We don't do that. Right? That's baby pips.
But what if I want to, Roy?
Hey, then just let us know how it goes on the other side, brother. Besides, because you're alone on this. Now, there's probably a few people on here that are going long.
Stop filled.
Whoa. Oh, did you feel that?
Oh man.
Yeah, watch your foot, homie. My dignity. It's right under your foot. It's right there on the floor. Can you pick it up?
Oh man.
My self-respect.
You eat losses for breakfast, brother.
Well, look, normally I don't, right?
Order filled.
Oh. I don't know the initial 88, I think, off that first reaction this morning at the very bottom of that where you have your zero, I think.
But you sound like you're doubting.
Down in what?
Doubting this trade.
Oh no, never that.
Sounds like you're doubting your boy.
Oh, never that. I'm just
The
trying to.
chart.
What do you say?
I said, look at the chart.
I'm looking.
There it goes. That's all you need to know. That rejection's all you need to know. You're the man with the wicks, right? You're the man with the wicks. You're the man
Yeah,
they
I'm
call
sorry.
wick.
30 minute. You're that 30 minute.
Bro, I'm on the 3 minute right now. I'm in your territory, bro. I'm in your territory. It's just me, you, and Jensen chilling down there. And Walter. Damn, why is it all the people I'm roasting today aren't on the stream, bro? This not fun.
No,
I
I
can't.
want it to come down to that 38 zone you have marked up
Yeah,
right there.
yeah. This is more likely to happen though, because we've already had the break above the range. So that new bullish range has been established. As we've got to push back inside and grab liquidity, create a new higher floor, create it like establish a new floor, and then push up to the higher range. Let's see the 5 minute here. So far, so good, man. So far, so good. Patience pays.
Yes, sir. Yezerski.
Yazerki.
Yeah, Josh said I'm on the 1 minute. I won't lie.
So yo,
Uh,
look at the 30 minute rejection. I said, but you mean 30 seconds? You feel me? He says JLP says I'm on the 1 minute. Won't lie. JLP, how are you gonna snitch on yourself like that, bro? Are you sure that's the right way to go? Are you sure this is the path you want to take? Is you want to announce to the class right now you're on the 1 minute chart? You want to get roped into this, is what you want to do. All right, boom. I see the little gang over there. See your little fucking tattoos on the neck. 1 minute chart,
Yo.
right? It just says fiend right there. It's not even spelled right, right? It's FIND. Buddy just said find. He's like, what? I'm just confused. The whole gang, the whole bunch of y'all, the whole lot of you. All right. Just hanging out together. If you're watching this live stream, welcome to the Chart Addicts live streams where we make trading fun again. Sometimes you lose some monies. Sometimes you get hit. You can lose the battle, but you're not going to lose the war. Knowing how to hedge yourself in and out of positions, knowing how to take profits at these initial rejections, knowing how to secure partial profits and continue building your equity and your balance, even if the direction doesn't go in your favor. These are important skills to learn, people, as traders. And it can be very stressful doing it by yourself. You start to overthink. Well, what if my original bias was right? What if the market is gonna fly? Oh, I knew I should have bought it there. But what if I start dating Halle Berry? So we're gonna talk about stuff that just is imagined. So we're gonna talk about hypotheticals here and what aboutisms and what ifisms. We don't do that. We have patience. Patience pays. And so when we're doing this as a team, we're able to have more patience because patience is nothing more than this eternal skill set of figuring out what to do in the meantime. Right? You're gonna bake a cake, put the cake in the oven. Patience means what are you going to do in that 30 minutes in the meantime? It's not about sitting there and floating off the ground and watching the cake as it forms. Okay? And so doing this as a community, doing this as a group, keeping it humorous makes the trading day a little bit more what does it say? Palatable. And so that's what we're really doing here. We also cover financial news. I don't know, you can't really tell by today's programming because we went from latex high heels Zelensky over to Jeff Goldberg, senior editor of The Atlantic, getting added to a group chat about national security and about military operations. The GDP numbers came out. I explained how that's a sham, but I also explained it's the best we got. And then we've taken about 3 trades. One of them I was able to hedge out of. The second one I was able to close in profits. One of them hit stop loss, and now I'm in a fourth one actually. So 4 trades, right? And yeah, patience pays. You can't outsmart the markets. You can definitely outdumb the markets. And that's why we're all here, right? That's why we're all here. Because if there's anything that we're masters of is outdumbing the markets, right, Bryce?
Oh. Yeah, bro, you've been talking about Halle Berry since
I knew it was
10.
coming.
That one was too good, bro. That was too easy.
And I agree. Oh, he's been talking about Holly Berry for too long. I gotta change it up, man.
All right, Pamela Anderson.
You were going worse.
Worse,
Worse.
bro. Don't wait. I was gonna go on youth. I was gonna go on Google and look up Pamela Anderson. I just don't know what I'm gonna find. So I'm gonna just sit here. And say,
Yeah.
this is a children's stream.
Yeah.
I will look up Halle Berry though. Look, man, she's a beautiful woman. Everyone here, you know what I'm saying, has seen X-Men. We all seen Catwoman, bro. You're telling me that she wasn't gorgeous in Catwoman?
I never said that.
You're telling me you were the fourth guy dancing with Zelensky? I saw you at the end over there in the fucking latex.
Yo, I'm dead, bro.
Not the latex. Brycey with the latex?
Bro, I saw him in the video. We all watched this together.
Yeah.
Oh, look, guys. It's falling.
Oh, Roy was right.
Fucking shocker. Shocker. Okay. Look, man. You win some, you lose some. In our case, we win a lot, just lose some. You know what I'm saying? It was a flesh wound, bro. Flesh wound at the beginning. It was a flesh wound. I felt it. I have been talking about Halle Berry for a long time, but like, bro, I don't really keep up with current social pop culture. Who is the Halle Berry of today, people? If you guys are so fucking smart and we got a PhD, we got a fucking, this guy's a nuclear physicist over here. Who is this generation's Halle Berry? Right? You don't even fucking know.
Yeah, I have no idea, bro.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Everybody wants to be a fucking genius.
So it's probably some TikTok dancer or some shit.
You
She
wouldn't
gotta-
even fucking know if it slapped you across the face. Wouldn't complain. Definitely wouldn't know.
You just wouldn't know.
Michael Zakar says, I'm in along from 19924. Well, it's going to be a long day. I'm going to tell you that much. Tarantino 86. 86. That's oddly close. Gents, it took the Daily Candle 886. If you took it from the body, additionally, if it covered the gap created on the 21st of March, it did cover the gap, which honestly was mostly what I was waiting for, which for some reason, I can't see the gap over here. Oh, you're looking at the higher time frame gap. No. I was talking about this gap that hadn't got filled from yesterday. But it did get filled. Just patience. Okay? Patience pays. What else is going on in the world, man? What else is going on? You guys know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get on Twitter. I'm gonna get on X. I'm gonna go to the trending searches and see what's going on here. Let's see what the trending searches are. Let's see if there's any news or it's all just salaciousness. Yo, where do you find the trending stuff, man?
On what, X?
Yeah.
Hmm.
They used to have a trending button when you go to the search bar. Oh, the
No.
top searches. Okay, let me see.
I had to deactivate my X a while ago. Seeing some unnecessary things that you would only see on that.
Okay, yo, I'll tell. Yeah, listen, bro, you following the wrong page. Look, I know exactly what you're talking about. Jail, gulag, strike 2.5, 2 3/4. All right, people, you guys remember that judge that was trying to block the migrant plane from going back to Venezuela? Do you guys remember this story? It's like a week and a half ago. There was a plane full of
Yeah, I remember that.
criminals. So Judge Boasberg just got assigned to the case to look into the Signal group chat with Pete Hegseth and JD Vance and all them.
Oh damn.
Do you guys remember when Hillary Clinton's emails were supposed to come out before the election, and then somehow they magically got blocked from releasing, and then they ended up releasing after the election was done? You guys remember the judge? You guys know who the judge was that blocked the order to release all 16,000 emails? Judge Boasberg.
Damn.
So the guy that just got assigned to the illegal migrant case is the same guy that just got assigned to this new signals case. And there's over 100 judges. There's over 100 federal judges in DC that can get assigned. It's supposed to be a random assignment. And he got randomly assigned out of all people right after the #1 hit piece writer against Trump was added to the group chat. People, what are you guys seeing this? Boasberg. Let me tell you guys another story about Boasberg. His wife runs an NGO for illegal migrants. And then his daughter works in a legal firm or in a not a law firm, but I'm pretty sure it's another NGO project for illegal immigrants to get them representation, legal representation. Clear conflicts of interest in him ordering the plane to get sent back with the migrants. This is the guy that gets randomly assigned to the case, and he's already embroiled in like this big thing from like 2 weeks ago. Oh, look, guys, the market is dropping.
Order filled.
Snag some quick profits on the way down. So yeah, that's pretty strange. Judge Boasberg, there's something definitely going on here. We should definitely look into that. Let's see what else.
Excuse me.
Oh, apparently there's some kind of general there's some kind of like judicial election going on in Wisconsin that if not dealt with, if we don't win the election, then yep, the Democrats are going to redraw the congressional districts. What the fuck, dude? So this is what the distraction is for. Redrawing congressional districts means that you can basically figure out where most of the people are and then give those congressional districts more representation, which makes them a lot more effective at getting what they want across. Bob Elliott says with tariffs, the US gets either the government revenue boost or the jobs, but not both. Why not both? Either way, prices rise and real demand falls, resulting in a lower standard of living in aggregate. Interesting. Oh, this is a really interesting thread over here about tariffs. If the revenue goal is maximized, there's no reshoring or leverage. If reshoring is maximized, there's no revenue or leverage. If leverage is maximized, there's no revenue or reshoring. I don't agree with any of this. I'm trying to understand this thing with tariffs. Okay, so let's work through the mental math here. This is how my brain works. I'm trying to figure this shit out. So we have all these jobs that are overseas. Because of that, we get goods in America for very cheap. I'm going to put a $1 sign here. Okay. Now, if we bring all these jobs, let's call these jobs. If we bring all these jobs to America, then the price of the goods are going to go up. Okay. If the price of the goods goes up, then they're expecting demand to fall. Okay, so that makes sense. But we still get the tax revenue, we still get all that money being spent in America. We still have all those jobs and all those earners are now spending money in America. And so there's an economic boost here to those workers. But now the prices are going up for, let's just pretend this is iPhones. So you bring iPhones back in, it goes from like $1,000 up to $2,000. And so there's not a lot of people that would line up to get the newest iPhone every year if it was double the price. And so demand will fall, but revenue will go up at the same time. But then we don't get the tax revenue from taxing this other country for the tariffs because we're not importing the goods anymore. Now we're onshoring that manufacturing. So we don't get the revenue from the tariffs and demand goes down, but economic activity goes up. Maybe. On the other hand, if we keep the jobs offshore and then we tax the money coming in with tariffs, then we get the tariff revenue and we get cheap goods, demand stays high. But just because we're spending a lot of money in the US doesn't mean we're getting the benefit from this. Like just because consumers are spending a lot of money doesn't mean that they're seeing a direct benefit. So this is an interesting one. This is an interesting one where Bob Elliott might be right. He said tariffs, US gets neither the government revenue or the jobs. Yes, we do. If we have tariffs, then we do get the government revenue. That's the whole point of a tariff. Oh, the US gets either the government revenue boost or the jobs. Okay. Yeah. I mean, obviously that's the whole trade-off with the tariffs. And that's the big gamble is that it's a give or take. If we want to make America great, then we're going to have to onshore a lot of this manufacturing. And America really was the manufacturing hub of the world for a long time. From the Industrial Revolution on through the world wars, America was the industrial hub of the world. And then we've become a net importer, which means that we are making money here, importing a bunch of cheap goods, but making those countries richer. Because if we're spending always, and then they're making stuff and selling always, they're going to be getting the money. And so there is a short period of time where, yes, goods are going to be more expensive, demand will go down, which I actually think is something that we should talk about in terms of a recession this year, which is like I always make the example of we finally have an administration that's going to rip off the Band-Aid. When you do that, that initial period of ripping it off is not fun. Disinfecting that wound is not fun. And I think that that's kind of what we're going to be seeing here. If you want to onshore these jobs, there's going to be a temporary hit. And if these people don't want to onshore and they prefer to pay the tax, then we're going to get a lot of tax revenue coming in. I like Trump's idea of the External Revenue Service. Let's get the government money coming in from these import taxes, these tariffs, and the export taxes. Well, no, really just the import taxes. Instead of taxing the lower and middle class and the upper class. So that's my take. Are we going to have a push back to the inside? We'll know after this candle. So the two options are if the market just kind of forms support right here, then it's going to keep playing in a consolidation range. And if we get a closure back inside, then we see this drop probably another 50 points. And then we can have a continuation back up. Okay, so this next 15-minute candle is going to tell the story. And patience pays. All right, I just moved my stops into break even. I put my stops at entry. I have a protective stop there, ready to go. He said too much corruption. Yes, but it's finally getting exposed. Got my profit for the day. Was long on gold. It played out perfect, up 2%. Brian, good to see that, brother. Good to see you on the stream too. I think that's Brian Flores. Maybe I'm wrong. B flaws. That was Brian Flores for a second. Patience pays. This is what it takes, man. This is what it takes. 5% of the time we're trading, 95% of the time we're waiting. This is the name of the game, people. Put that on a t-shirt. 95% waiting, 5% trading. Put that on a t-shirt. LLC. Max, get the prints. Bryce, heat up the presses. New t-shirt idea. Next chapter is the best chapter, and then put LLC on the back. You understand? Verbatim.
I'll leave that to Max, brother.
Max, get the presses. He said, get the stitching ready to go. Man, isn't it crazy how it like got to the zone and rejected? Did anybody else notice how effective that was? Omi, did you take the trade or no?
I closed it earlier. I made some profit on it for the Sally.
Yeah, I meant the new entry. Because this is a different trade than this. It's a different idea. This was the Model 1 entry, which failed. This is Model 2 entry right here. And the Model 3 entry is all the way here at the top. I'm in this, I took the Model 1. It was up and down. Now we in this Model 2. And let's see if we get this this push to the downside. Said, yeah, it's Brian. See, bro, I know, bro. I know my people. Good to see you on here, Brian. Let's see what else we got in terms of breaking news. Any breaking news trending? There we go. TikTok Kings. Why the fuck is Chris Brown trending? Do I even want to click this? What did he do? The Breezy Bowl. Okay, see, we're good on this. I don't know what the fuck that is. The Mets are trending. See, I can't even trust this. I don't know nothing about nothing, but I know. Let me see. Gaming, opening day, Yankees. Oh my God. Let's go to news. MS-13 leader captured in Virginia. That's currently where I'm at. And not gonna lie, when we were in elementary school, we had a huge MS-13 problem. A lot of classmates were getting recruited and whatnot. We had some people with family members in MS-13. They would come with the flags, gang banging on school grounds. The school wasn't having it. We had all these like meetings and pep rallies and all this stuff trying to stop gang violence and all this nonsense. But I grew up in fucking Virginia, in Fairfax County. But apparently the MS-13 leader was just captured in Virginia. Where in Virginia is the question. As illegal immigrant from El Salvador and faces deportation, the rest highlighted on the border. Where in Virginia? They're joking. They're saying Judge Boasberg is probably going to have him released ASAP. That's funny as shit. Does anyone want to post a link? Oh, here we go. Loading error. Oh, CNN. No wonder. The app said, no, 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 no. I'm not going to let you do that to yourself.
Stop filled.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It did come pretty damn close to my protective stop. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Order filled.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was me. It hit my break even.
Bro, I know that.
I took that buy, I ain't gonna lie, straight to the 61 short term. But I noticed when I close the position, I have to update the parameters on the stop loss or break even. You know what I mean?
Well, when you close it, just hit exit all, exit market and cancel, and it closes all the positions.
That happened to me before where I had some running positions. I had no idea. Luckily, it played out in my favor. But
Yeah, you gotta exit all and cancel. Like the other button is right here. It says exit all positions and cancel all.
cool, cool, cool.
That's yeah. I never try to do I never try to close it manually. I'll always just close all positions because trust me, bro, you'll come back. And sometimes it works in your favor. Sometimes you'll be in a buy stop and that hoe just kept moving, and you're like, bro, what the fuck just happened? But I've had times where even though I was in profit, and then it retraced at some point, and the equity got hit. So can't do that. But I'm trying to figure out where in Virginia Buddy got caught. I think this was your area, Omi. It couldn't have been mine.
Yeah, bro.
We don't do that over here in Hoodbridge.
You said what?
I said we don't do that. We don't do that MS-13 over here.
In Hoodbridge.
In
Said it couldn't
Hoodbridge,
be
yeah,
mine.
bro, we got different groups up here, man. We got fucking
Yo, Sam, talk to this boy, man.
Yeah,
bro.
they
Sam knows I'm right.
wildin'.
Sam. Bro, you went to school up here, right?
Yeah, Fairfax.
You know FCPS. You know Fairfax County got the MS-13 problem. Yo, why'd you bring Sam in here like that, bro? Is it because he's culturally ambiguous? Right? You can't really tell what culture. You trying to put him on the chopping block, but what's up?
Yo.
Oh, Chameleon, I had to back up Fairfax. Come on now.
Yeah, brother. Look, I love Fairfax County. Don't get me wrong, bro. West Springfield High School, right? The whole nine. We definitely had an MS-13 problem. When my friends were in fucking sophomore year, I saw this dude coming in with the flags. They had to pull him out of class and shit. I was like, what the fuck is all that about? They found knives and shit on him. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I said, bro, we're 14. This happened, but this did not happen in Woodbridge. In Woodbridge, yes, we had cafeteria fights. All right, yes, a couple cafeteria fights. A bunch of kids get kicked out. There's a brawl on the football field. We didn't have no MS-13, I'll tell you that much. Just saying.
Debatable.
Yo. Who said this guy's bringing fucking facts and receipts and shit, bro? Who the fuck? I want to come in with some common sense, bro. No, we're here making egregious generalizations, Sam. That's what we do. Just south of Washington. Oh, hold on. Oh, no. Guys, guess where I got caught?
Arlington.
No,
Alexandria.
I'm cooked. No, I'm cooked.
Woodbridge?
Yeah, bro.
What did I say?
Manassas?
Come on now. Talking
No,
about
told
that
you.
shit.
Not even Manassas, bro. Just straight Woodbridge. Hold on.
Woodbridge.
I swear to God, I don't know.
It's funny, bro.
Talking all that shit. It's called Hoodbridge for a reason, man.
No, chill.
Hoodbridge, gonna Hoodbridge.
Bro, there's no. What the fuck is this, man? How do these people consider news, man? I could write an article right now based on the info that we've just figured out in the past like 3 minutes. That's better than all these articles. Oh my God. Bro. They really want you to do all this just to jump through.
Yep, Prince William County.
Ooh, got him.
No, bro. What the fuck? What the fuck? What do you know, bro? What do you know? Hold on. Let me double check this. I have to verify this with multiple sources. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Prince William County.
I fear it's raps, Roy.
Shit.
Boy you live in the brother.
No, bro. Watch your fucking mouth. Watch your fucking mouth, man. All right, yeah, this is the one that got me.
Right there. Right there, buddy. Where in Woodbridge, bro? 10 minutes from your crib?
Yo, Woodbridge is not that big, bro. Chill. Woodbridge goes from the end of Lorton. The end of Lorton to the beginning of Dumfries. That's not that big, bro. That's like 4 exits. In Dale City. No, bro. In my neighborhood? People, I don't live in the trenches. Bro, I will just
This has been really fun to watch unravel, to be honest. This is
no, this is getting so
You're like, it was my neighbor, bro. He
Bro, I
lived in my
swear to
house.
God, Dale City is the name of my fucking neighborhood.
Yeah, he lived in my basement, bro. I had no clue.
Yo! Bro, I don't live in the hood, bro. I'm gonna have to defend my name. I'm gonna have to take off the background and show you guys where I live because I don't live in the hood. Only tell them I don't live in the hood. No, fuck. I'm asking.
He lives in a nice complex, a nice gated community, nice area. 10 minutes away from the hood.
Bro, bro. Dale City is crazy.
That
Guys,
is
I'll pull
crazy
up my
though.
maps right now if there wasn't so many fucking psychos on the internet. I'd pull up my maps and show y'all where I live. Just to show you how crazy close this. I don't think I can ever talk shit again.
Yeah, I'll drop Roy's address right now.
Yo, yo, make my day. Somebody pull up on me. Please. Okay. Hey, do you have the dates and the venue details for the FX Summit 2025? We did, but we are making some adjustments. So we were going to do it at the Agora Convention Center, June 20th in Bogota, Colombia. But instead, I think that we're going to be pushing it to September, weather-wise, and doing it in Cartagena instead. Why? Because I need you guys to look at this venue. Okay, let me show you guys this venue. So we're trying to move it because I went and visited a few of the venues in Bogota and Medellin, and I think that this is going to be a much better experience. The hotels, the attractions, the excursions, the VIP events. And so we're aiming for September 13th through the 15th kind of area, but we're going to be coming out with that announcement in the next 2 days. So stay tuned. We're still going to be continuing with the world tour. We're still going to do something in June in Bogota, make sure it's bigger than the average event. It's going to be more than just a workshop that we do in June. But the main event in Cartagena in September, this is going to be the final sort of decision that we make.
You said the main event for what?
That's going to be the main event.
Mm.
The main event, September in Cartagena. The FX Summit Conference, the big kahuna.
The 30-minute looks like it's about to engulf the previous 30, and it's making a head and shoulders on a lower time frame, so it's a good sign we can come back further.
But when this price drops, all right, and we're in deep profits, let's have this conversation. All right? All right?
Are you gonna call me after the Zoom?
Call you. But what's said is already said. What doesn't need to be said is already done. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that saying is.
I have no idea what that saying is.
Yeah, what's said doesn't need to be said and is done. Whatever the fuck, bro. That's what I'm saying. All right. Yeah. We're floating, man. We're floating a little bit. Floating. Oh, there she goes.
All right, all right.
There she goes. Do we close or hold? Or do I risk this joint retracing back up damn near fucking 2%?
I mean the time frame's closing strong, so I'll say hold.
Oh, it's a little in between. So what we do is actually just trail our stop, because we don't know what's going to happen next. So I move my stop loss down. That way, if it does retrace back up, it's only gonna retrace, let's say, like $500, as opposed to the full 1,000, which would get ugly. It would get ugly. Damn, bro, the trade played out. I'm so shocked. Everybody else is shocked. I know Sam jaw on the floor. Just I can't believe it. How could this have
Yo,
happened? Bro, I'm gonna get my lick back. You guys think I'm gonna sit here and get embarrassed with you guys and your fucking facts and your details, providing context on the fucking stream? No, no. All right. Welcome to the ignorance live stream where, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna close this trade now.
well done.
Hey, it's not done though. Head on over here. Exit all positions.
Order filled.
Whoa. Not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. 1,100 for the trade, bro. I better rack up these fucking payouts. That 30% rule just got violated. Gotta practice how you play.
That's the
Okay.
new flex now. We're like, we violated that 30% rule, bro.
Bro, that 1 to 5 got violated, bro. 1 to 5 R got destroyed. He said
That's the new flex right there.
yeah, the specifications of the payout schedule completely just ignored. Yeah. He's talking about he said payout denied. Yeah. Yeah, if getting a payout denied for violating some arbitrary rule that just doesn't show up anywhere on the website was like a fucking competition, brother, I'd be Steve Madden. I'd be not Steve Madden. Who's the one from the football? I'd be John Madden. I'd be fucking you guys know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
I fucked up with the stop loss and break even and walked away. Why BE and a dipped? Well, if we're gonna be scalping, whoa. Okay. Everybody, point your attention towards the Zoom chat real quick, right? JLP goes, I'm on the 1 minute, won't
Ooh,
lie.
ooh, got the evidence.
No. And then he goes, I fucked up with the stop loss and break even and I walked away. Could it have something to do with the fact that you said it on the 1 minute, the 1 minute chart? He said, bro, I went and took a piss, came back. I don't know what happened. That's the 1 minute. That's what happened. All right. JLP is the last one. What, bro? I read him back. I was like, well, what could have happened here with JLP? Like, what really could have been the cause? I just scroll up a little bit. He said, I'm on the 1 minute, won't lie. Well, first off, commend you for not fucking lying to the group chat, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he kept it real, man. That's why, man, even if he lost, hit break even.
Omi, we knew you were buying the top, bro. Sit this
Huh?
one out. Bryce had the eyes on you, bro. All I heard was order filled. Order filled. Let's keep in mind, Tradeovate not even a British company. The fuck they got the British Siri on there? That's crazy. By the way, Bryce, you want to ask me why my voicemail is British?
Yeah. It was weird. I was like, what the hell is that?
Because order filled, right? It's the same guy. He's contracted. He said, I closed my laptop because I got out of hand with that. See, now that's maturity. The skill to walk away is more important than thinking that you're going to be perfect. We're not perfect people. We're imperfect beings. With that being said, we have a responsibility to use our discipline and our free will to make better decisions so every day we get better. And the decision to walk away is going to be more important than somehow magically thinking that you're never going to make a mistake. So JLP, I actually want to commend you for that on a real note. The rest of y'all, hand off the trigger. Some of y'all still trading. You've already made profits. You can walk away with the bag, and somehow you won't. And that's the problem. People, the trade is done. If you guys want to learn how to trade like us, click the link in the description. Sign up for the free weekly webinar that we do. It was moved to this Friday. We're going to do a free lesson on NASDAQ and also kind of show you guys a quick insight on the NASDAQ masterclass that we offer. Let you guys ask some questions freely. If you guys hate the streams, whatever it is, if you guys want to learn more, this is your first time on here, whatever it is, you want to get solid info, ask me questions face to face, those webinars are the place to be. The NASDAQ masterclass is April 7th, if I'm not mistaken. Make sure you guys register before seats fill out. Click the link in the description. In terms of other housekeeping news, drop a like and subscribe on the channel. You guys know how it is. Why? Because there's a lot of bums on YouTube, and we're not one of them. All right? There's a lot of fakers on here. There's a lot of people that are going to show you the charts after the trade already happened. They're not going to execute live. They don't have a repeatable and consistent strategy. They might lose a trade and panic on the stream. Now they're out here philosophizing on Twitter. That's 90% of the industry today. Right? Oh, live streaming is not that hard. I'm gonna try it. And they try it and they get waxed. Now they're on Twitter talking about a loss is just a loss and it's to be and not to be. But shut the fuck up. They're out here, everybody's a philosopher when they start getting cooked on the live stream. Talking about I am everything and nothing all at once. But what the fuck are you talking about? You bought the high. I just saw the chart. You don't have the fib settings right because you didn't take the NASDAQ masterclass. And now you're out here talking about I said, losing builds character, losing. How much character do you need? People, you have enough character. It's time to stack up some wins. You understand? It's time to get some wins under your belt. You feel me? There's too much losing going on. It builds character. It builds character. But he's damn near Mickey Mouse at this point with all this character. You're good. Boys,
Oh
I've
man.
got Sesame Street with all this character. Maybe you need to win. Yo, I was cooking eggs and came back to the thing, dropped, let's go, put my life on the 88.6. Jacob, how about you put, you know what I'm saying? You don't even have to put your life, just your money is fine. You feel me?
It's six, baby.
You
Let's
ain't
go.
have to put, you ain't have to risk mortality, my boy. All you gotta do is risk a small chunk of change.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, it's dropping. Oh, it's dropping. Yes, bro. When I walk in a party and the pennies drop, right? Whatever the song goes. NASDAQ, we walked in. Yo, how about those guys that were in a buy, bro? I'm not trying to add insult to injury, but y'all probably lost a lot of fucking money, right? That's what I'm trying to say.
Nah, I made my money. I'm good.
No. Those guys that were in the buys in the YouTube chat, bro. I'm not trying to add insult to injury. I would never rub salt on a wound, but like the price is dropping a lot, right?
Breakout traders, man. On the 1 minute.
Imagine I'm on here about to give them the answer to the test, and they're still on some. No, dude, I got this. Ridiculous. Respectfully, Michael Zakar, and I hope that you guys learn. Sign up to the NASDAQ Masterclass, get your life right. Stop breakout trading, bro. Y'all spend too much time on baby pips. I understand. Great website. Designed well. Look at this chart.
Yeah, she looks good.
Brother,
It's
she's
real.
dropped. This is another on today's episode of Damn Trades I Should Have Held Longer. Episode number 8818. Episode number 886. Bro, I'd have been up a stupid bag. You want the 30% rule? I'd have taken 30% of all the money Apex fucking had. 30%. The numbers would have just kept going on the screen, just kept going. Is anyone still in this trade?
Or my
Oh.
silent snipers at? We got some silent snipers in here.
I know, but like at this point, we've about to hit that TP. Probably gonna blow all the way through. But let's be responsible here. You better secure everything after this is gonna be extra credit. Because once the market violates and breaks the high, okay, then we have a break back inside the range. And that's where we're gonna get this next rejection. So this rejection is coming very, very soon. Whatever you have not secured out of the markets, everything from here is extra credit. Let's play this accordingly. So I took my profits already. All right. I know you were looking at the higher time frame, Tarantino. I know you were looking at the higher time frame. But can you admit that you were trying to buy the high of the breakout of the smaller time frame range? Because we're scalping over here. You did. That's what you were advocating for.
Yo, bro, I gotta hop off, my guy.
Me
Good
and
as
you
always,
both,
my
baby.
dude.
Hey, peace and love to all of you guys. All the jokes aside, I appreciate all of you guys for being on this live stream. The ChartAddicts members, catch you guys in the Discord group. See you later. If you guys are on YouTube, hopefully you guys learned a thing or two in between all the jokes. Number one, hopefully you guys learned how to have a fucking sense of humor. Number two, hopefully you guys learned a thing or two about the dynamics of GDP, the releases. Like all the news came out positive, but the market reaction's bearish. And so getting too caught up in the news cycles, getting too caught up in sentiment, that's going to be something that you guys develop with maturity. This trade, hopefully, if there's nothing else that you guys took away, is that patience pays. And sometimes you'll lose a trade, but it's not over until you win. And it doesn't mean to keep forcing the same trade over and over. It just means allowing yourself the clarity, allowing yourself the grace to make mistakes, but then to be able to find the next opportunity. So if you guys learned something, hit a like on the stream. If you guys want to learn how to trade like us, click the link in the description, sign up for the NASDAQ Master class, use promo code ChartAddicts for a little discount on the NASDAQ Masterclass. See you guys there. Happy and safe trading, yo. Peace.